Good morning, this is Keith All, and in today's tutorial we're going to learn how to create an isometric app screen using actions within Photoshop. So what do I mean by isometric? Well, first of all, I'm going to run the action within Photoshop to show you what isometric means. Now, all you have to do is, if you don't already have this set up, actions, you could go to Windows and then select actions, and then this will appear over here on this side. So basically I'm going to run this action, which is pre-recorded steps, in order to get to an end result. So I'm going to select this action that I created and I'm going to click play, and that's what an action does. So we'll get to that in a little while, but isometric means you're gonna rotate and flip and change the horizontal or vertical skew of either text or shape or anything that you want in Photoshop, and it slants it for you. And then all I did was I added a drop shadow to this app screen that I got from the Google Play Store. So let's see how we could do this manually, and then we'll set up the exact same actions up here so you can automate your steps that you do. So first of all, I'm just going to go ahead and delete this layer so we can start from scratch. So basically I have this app screen here, and I'm just going to bring it over to my document here. I'm going to press Control T for transform. I'm using a PC, and then I'm using the Shift Alt and then click and drag to resize it. Okay, so I'm going to press Enter to accept those changes. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to slant this to a point where it looks isometric. So basically you could select the Control T, so it brings up the free transform, and up here on a tool on the options bar you have this angle right here, and you could set the angle to any direction that you want. So if I set it to 30 degrees angle, it's going to flip it. If I set it to -30, it flips it to the other way. So you could play around with the angle that you want. Let's say I want 50. Let's see, it slants it even more. So we're going to go with 30 on this, and then we're going to go over to the horizontal skew. So I'm going to press -30, and you can see what happens. If I just press 30, it slants it upright a little bit more. So again, you can play around these with these these numbers, horizontal and vertical skews. I'm going to keep mine at -30. So I'm going to click this check mark to commit the changes. And now I want to add drop shadow. So I'll double click on this layer to bring up the layer style dialog box, and I'm going to select drop shadow. Now it's already got my settings that I used the last time I used it, so I'm not going to play around with this, but it creates a drop shadow so it looks like this layer is lifted off the canvas, or in other words, lifted off a piece of paper. So now let's see how we could perform all these steps that I just did by using actions within Photoshop. So basically I'm going to again delete this, or what I could do is Control Alt Z to back out of everything. And let's go up to actions, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this folder so we could start from scratch. So what do we do? when we want to create a new action. So we're going to create a new folder first, and we're going to call it just Isometric. Click OK. And now we want to create a new action. So we could call this action anything that we want at this time. And you could also set up function keys to perform this particular action. Today we won't do that. So I'm just going to name it Action 1. And I'm going to click Record. Now, right now you would think that it's recording my voice and recording my cursor and everything. This is not time-based. What this does, it only records your actions, your steps. So it doesn't take a time-based action. So it's not going to take 30 seconds to perform my next action when I click on a new action. It's just going to record the steps that we take. So my first step is I want to press Control T. It's going to record that action. And now I'm going to come up here. I'm going to type in 30. It's going to record that action. Now it's going to I'm going to change the horizontal skew to -30. Does that. Now it's going to record this action where I commit the changes. And now I want to perform this action. So it's going to open up the layer style dialog box. You're not going to see that in the end result of this action where it brings up this dialog box. So I'm going to click Create Drop Shadow. I'm going to leave it to these settings. Click OK. So right now my action is done. So all I have to do is now click this to stop recording. And now all I have to do is click on this play button. Select this action, click this play button. So let's go back and let's back out of everything. And now let's select this action up here and click the play button. And see what it did. It recorded all my steps and it did everything all at once for you. So you can create a lot of actions for everything you do, like repetitively, and combine it all in one step basically using the actions editor. And it speeds up your development time. So hopefully these two new skill sets, creating isometric app screen, or you could use it with your text or whatever shapes that you want, and then learning how to use the actions functions within Photoshop. Hopefully that increases your skill set, gives you new ideas on how you could do your daily tasks. And I want to thank you again for stopping by and supporting this channel. Again, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to my channel because I upload multiple videos per week. And please like, share, and comment. It helps out me, helps out the community. It helps me to develop better videos in the future. Again, thank you for stopping by here today. You have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye now.